Bloody expensive to ship things, not just out of China, but indeed anywhere around the world at the minute. And so you want to do everything that you possibly can to save money where possible. One relatively simple way of saving money is by using the right boxes or cartons, whatever you want to call them. So in this video, I want to talk to you, along with Shane, exactly how you can do that and what is the best box to use for your shipping needs. Now, if you like this kind of content where I'm giving you reasonably advanced kind of information all about making money, selling things online, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. That way I'll know that you want to get more content like this, and also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel because we post brand new information just like this each and every day. Also, if you've got any questions, post them below and I'll be sure to answer them personally for you. With that being said, let's get into it.
Shipping cartons around the world, the shipping dimensions are measured by the external measurements of the box, okay, at its greatest point. So not corner to corner or edge to edge. It's from the most extreme surface of your box. And that can make a significant difference. As you see in this example, and I'll try and make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So this is a typical warehouse measuring table with a 45-degree angle. So you can see here, there's the gap at the top and a gap at the bottom, right? But the measure point is here in this green oval. Mm-hmm. People can see my mouse?
Yeah, we can see the pointer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And then the same on the picture on the right. Okay, you can see a gap there on the straight edge. The measure point's in the middle. So it's bigger than, the point to point, if you're looking at that way. Again, here's another one. Bulging at the top. This is a pretty crappy box, but typical. You've got a gap there, your measure point's here. Here's a lovely box that's, I don't know how the factory would measure that one. But as you can see, it's almost roundish. So lots of gaps there, but your measure points here and on the top here. Same with this one. You've got a 1 centimeter gap because the box is bulging at the top, not at the bottom. All right. So you get measurements from your supplier, and they measure the outer edges of the box, or they just read what's on the box if the box maker printed the size on the box. The problem is, when they get to us, here's a recent delivery that we got of 5 cartons. Now, this is the image on the left, how they came to us. All these cartons should be the same size, okay? And they're meant to be 55 by 35 by 50 centimeters. Some people think that if a box is squashed or bulging, if it's squashed in the middle, they think, okay, well, you take away that size and that accounts for the bulge, in the overall CBM. But that's just impossible to achieve. As you can see, these are the 5 boxes here, but they're all different dimensions, different heights, different widths, top and bottom is different. You can see it expanding out here. Okay, so this is typically how a lot of shipments arrive at the warehouses. Okay, so here, this should be 55 across the top. It's actually 58. Here it should be 35, right? But it's 31, 2, 3, it's 34. The overall difference is 2 centimeters greater. So what we lost on one, we gained on the other because of where your measure points are. If you squash a box in the middle, the measure point's still at the high point, say on the corner, because the corner didn't get squashed. And I'll show you a box at the end that explains that. So you can see your gaps here and your gaps there. So the box is bulged, measure points here on the bulge and on the top on the bulge. All right. This one here, on the height, it's 7 centimeters less, okay, because it got squashed down. But that squashed down bulged it this way, all right? So it became 10 centimeters greater this way. So you're actually, the end result is you've got a 3 centimeter increase in your box size. And that's just on 2 dimensions, okay? It's not accounting for this width dimension, all right? Again, you've got gaps here because the center is a high point. This corner is the measure point, but the bottom section was pushed in. So if we measured it from the bottom here to the wall, it would be a shorter measurement. However, as I said, measurements are taken from the most outer surface. And this is the most outer surface on this dimension. All right. So that's what you pay for. That's what it's calculated on. And if you look here on this, this is actually the top of the box. This is going to be the measure point where this is bulged. But look where the seam of the box is. It's here. You've got a couple of centimeters difference between what the factory may have measured from the seam to seam to what the bulge is going to give you. And this is the result over here. All right. Again, the bottom of the box is bulging. So we've already lost 2 centimeters here before we start. And then this is the other, this is the bottom of the box, say, this is the top of the box. Now we got dimensions all over the place because of how it's been squashed. But with the top and bottom of this box, we've already lost more than 5 centimeters, or it's increased more than 5 centimeters because of the bulging. And that all adds to your shipping costs. Okay, a squashed box or a bulging box cannot have the same CBM when you plus and minus any squashes here or indents there. It doesn't work that way. It's taken from the most external measuring points. Again, here, this is great. This box was squashed, has gone from 50 centimeters to 58 on one measurement, and from 35 to 27 on another measurement. So it went up 8 centimeters on one, and it went down 8 centimeters on another. So the overall difference with these 2 dimensions is 0. However, the third dimension, the overall height, the difference was extreme. I don't have a picture of that one, but it was, because it squashed it down that way, pushed it out that way, right? So you lost it here, gained it here, and gained it here on 2 dimensions. The problem is that your suppliers can make a great product, but I've been doing this for 21 years, dealing in throughout Asia, not just China, but Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, Vietnam. They're all the same. They do the same thing. When cardboard rates go up, they even get more cheaper boxes. And they tell you it's 5-ply. Well, 5-ply doesn't mean anything really, because there's 28 different variations, you know, of a 5-ply box. It's how strong the cardboard is or how thick it is. And they'll save a couple of cents because they're factories. They're talking about, you know, hundreds of thousands of products. So, you know, 2 cents to them is a lot of money. But they'll kill a product because to save 2 cents, because they don't give a shit mostly when it leaves their warehouse. That's your problem then, right? You live with it. So the reason for the bulging predominantly, not so much the squashing, but well, the squashing too. 2 reasons why boxes predominantly squash: because the boxes are no good, And it happens more so when you've got loose items that aren't in their own product boxes, you know, like blankets or soft toys or silicone items where you've put them in PP bags, right? Because they're all loose and floppy. So that one puts more pressure on your box to start with because there's nothing keeping it firm. It's, you pick it up and it sort of twists and bends, and the more you pick it up and the more another box gets put on top, not a good box, right? One of the things I see all the time is when they're doing soft toys or blankets or something, they actually stuff it in the box so much, and then they tape it down, hold it down. And even when we do inspections, I can already see that the boxes are starting to, you know, bulge at the tops or swell at the sides a little bit. You whack it in a courier and even get it to us on a 4-hour trip. That's what these pictures were I showed you earlier. That was just a 4-hour trip from a courier. And that's how they turned up. So you get it into the warehouse and then it's got more people handling it. It's just a disaster because the bulge, even when they're a good box, you know, they've stuffed it down so much, the toys want to start expanding, or the pillows, or, you know, unless they're vacuum sealed. So you push it down, it wants to push back up. And if the boxes are soft, you hand them a little bit, they're actually going to start bulging, okay? And this is what I mean, loose products. It kills your boxes. So if you don't have good, and this box is crazy, it's, you know, for this type of product, it was overweight, oversized. Look how long it is. I think it was something like 70 centimeters, this one, but every single box busted open because the box, number one, was no good. They put too much in the box and it was the wrong product. That should have been half the size, that box, because long it's sort of, you lift it up and, you know, one person tries to lift these things, not two, because they don't have the manpower, and they actually start to bow. So you're actually busting the boxes, okay? And this is common. Okay, this is when we receive the goods. Now, these were a soft product. Now, look at the condition of the boxes. Not only does it cost you in extra shipping costs, but the chances of your boxes busting open is really high. This is what they should look like.
That's right.
Okay, so we reduced the size of the boxes because it was just too big for the product, right? One thing we're trying to manufacturers, they try and put as much as they possibly can in these crazy ass boxes. Like we get stuff that's 30, 35 kilos, 40 kilos sent to us to do consolidations or whatever. And they're shitty boxes or they're super big. They're just going to bust open or they're just going to squash. They just want to save boxes. So with danger with people, don't try and get as many, you know, as many products in the box as you can. The difference between that and then either getting more boxes in a smaller size, right? You'll increase the CBM marginally by getting more boxes, smaller size, less weight, than what you will paying for bulging boxes, or if your box is split open and you lose product, or the warehouse has to repack them. Right? A shipping warehouse wouldn't ship these. Well, a good shipping warehouse wouldn't ship these. They'd repack them. So it all just adds up to time and cost and risk for you guys. So that's what we ended up with. And these are 5KK export grade boxes. Okay, they're 5-ply KK grade, which is high grade, strong outer and inner skins. All right. So it really is very important not only to understand why you might get, you know, why bulging boxes or squash boxes impact your cost. It's just impossible to say it's squashed on this side or it's squashed in the middle. Overall, it should be the same CBM. That just will never happen. It cannot happen logically if you think about it.
That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We're a community of over 2,500 e-commerce entrepreneurs right here in Australia. We're the fastest growing community here in Australia as well, with sales of over $50 million online. If you'd like to find out more about what we do, and of course come and join us, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au, follow the link below, and I'll see you on the inside. Till then,